for this afternoon's contest. First ball for the Buckeyes of Ohio State University. At middle blocker, 6'8" senior, number 4,
Good afternoon and welcome to Antelope Gymnasium. Michael Potter and Taylor Griffin here with you for men's volleyball action. The Lopes host Ohio State University, #1 team in the country for the second time in 3 days. And Taylor, we're seeing on Friday night why this Ohio State team is 16-0, 7-0 in the conference, and the #1 team in the country. A phenomenal team, a great lineup they throw out there. Really no chinks in the armor of this Ohio State squad on Friday night. Giving the announcement to the lineups here for Ohio State. We'll run down them for you here. The Ohio State University comes in at 16-0, 7-0 in conference play. Pete Hansen in his 33rd season had a Ball State record of 676 and 333. Driss Gussus, Christy Blau, Gabriel D'Amicis, Nicholas Scherzen, Blake Leeson, Miles Johnson, and Max Irvois. The starting lineup for Ohio State. We'll talk about those guys in a minute, but really, Taylor, Miles Johnson and Nicholas Scherzen, two of the best in the league, both averaging over 400% in their attack percentage-wise, which is crazy for an outside hitter.
Yes, it's an extremely productive high number for an outside hitter to be hitting above 400. You typically see that out of middle hitters, middle blockers, but for an outside hitter, if you're hitting 250, you're doing well. Anything above 300, you're extremely productive, but above 400, those are a couple monsters for sure.
Johnson had 17 kills in the match on Friday, a match that Ohio State won 3-1. Grand Canyon comes in at 9-6, 5-2 in conference. Matt Worley, the great head coach in his second season, took the interim tag off after last year, 26-18, assisted by Troy Dooling and A.J. Nally. Well, the general gets a start. He's the guy who runs the floor. Michael Milstein, Shaliv Saada, Ashton King, Cullen Mosier, Sky Engelman, the Libro, Drake Silvernagel, and Matthew Kinnebrew. And we saw Kinnebrew play very aggressive and play very well. And maybe he could be a difference maker. This was really impressive how he played on Friday night.
Definitely. He came off the bench and was really productive right off the bench. The guy's an athlete. And it kind of looked like Matt had him on a leash on the bench a little bit and then was able to unleash him, let him in there and kind of clean up once he got in there. So it was good to see him play really well off the bench.
Well, the head coach is shaking hands, and really kind of two different stories there. Pete Hansen in his 33rd season, arguably one of the best coaches in the country, and then Matt Worley just in his second, arguably one of the best young coaches in the country.
Yep.
If you hear Pete Hansen talk about Coach Worley, nothing but praise. He really likes what he's doing here at GCU.
Yes, definitely. Matt has a great culture on the team. I know his players really respect him and really appreciate all the things he does for them and how he is as a person, so it works out really well.
And it'd be an understatement to say that Matt was a bit of a player himself. He had a pretty good playing career.
He was a stud. Matt was a stud.
Well, we're in the gymnasium here today. We were in the arena on Friday. In that one, the Lopes lost the first set, 25-19. They won set 2, 25-17. Really, the difference in the match was 26-24. They lose set 3. We're right in that to the end, and then Ohio State wins the final set, 25-23 to win the match. But really, after that first one, they got the nerves out of the way. They were in every set.
Oh, yeah, definitely. After the first one, kind of we were in the arena, huge crowd. You're playing Ohio State, you're going to have a little bit of nerves coming into that game. Second set, they played amazing. I thought they did a great job of controlling that set, being productive, finding good angles, hitting. And then the third set was definitely a battle, and that was kind of a deciding factor of who was going to take the momentum from there. So Ohio State was able to capitalize on the third set and then take that into the fourth set. But the Lopes were playing really well after that first one.
Ohio State looking to get into the record books as Ashton King will start the service for GCU. We'll talk more about that, but going for their 40th win, trying to be only the sixth team to ever get 40 in a row. And the Lopes draw first blood. Well, a good swing at it, but just a little long.
Yeah, ball's a little long. Made some good contacts, but wasn't able to keep it in.
So King now with another serve here. Buckeyes on a 39-game win streak. Set and hammered down by none other than Miles Johnson. We'll see quite a bit of that. We'll get our fill of number 13 today. Evens it up 1 apiece. So Scherzen to serve first for the Buckeyes. Rips that one. Good pass, but the block right up front. Gussus got all of that one. 2-1 Ohio State. In talking to Coach Worley before the game, he said there's really no chinks in the armor here for Ohio State. Blau, the setter, has so many options. It's hard to defend, so they're going to try to get him off balance with that first pass.
Yeah.
That one out, goes long, 2-2.
He's going to try to put them out of system for sure, based off of the serving. Kind of help give them an advantage as best as possible. Is get that setter moving around a lot. Doesn't give them a whole lot of options to set everywhere.
Kinnebrew to serve. Blau. Little dump there. Milstein back to Kinnebrew. 3-2.
Ohio State was in the net.
Oh, they were in the net?
Yeah.
3-2 GCU. Questioning the official there. Earl Capps with the call, so the Lopes with another serve for Kinnebrew. Good pass there. And Gussus puts it away.
It's a great switch up on his arm swing. His body was kind of moving towards his left, and he was able to kind of switch up his arm swing and go back to the right, so it kind of threw off the Lopes block a little bit.
Gussus with the service now, 3-3 in the first set. A little long.
Sailed a little bit, made some funny contact with his hand. You could tell the ball stopped spinning when he threw it.
Well, we saw the biggest problem for Ohio State on Friday was just simply their service errors. They had, I believe, 30 service errors in that match.
It's more than one set in points.
And that pass gives the Lopes a freebie. Kinnebrew, there he goes. Well, sometimes, Taylor, sometimes can a guy like that who comes off the bench the first game, earns a start in the second match, can a guy like that really give you a lot of momentum with his aggressive play?
Definitely. It also depends on the coaching a little bit, too. Some coaches had different policies. If you didn't start the first night, then you don't get to start the second night, no matter how well you play off the bench. But looks like that's not one of Matt's policies. It's Kinnebrew starting.
Mosier with a good serve. Lopes have a shot at it.
Like Shalev was trying to go off the block to kind of get the ball to go out, but Ohio State clamped on him pretty hard, was able to get that block.
5-4, Johnson to serve here for the Buckeyes. Just in the first set here. Engelman keeps it alive, but Milstein's got to go a long way, and the dump not going to work. Well, that's what you talk about getting out of system.
Yep.
The general had to run a long way to get to that one.
Yep. He only really had one option, was to throw it up to Shalev. And, it was kind of coming over Shalev's shoulder, so when that opportunity presents itself, Ohio State is able to throw up a triple block, and he's not able to see the block very well either. Johnson
on the serve and just whistles it long. Lopes going to side out, 6-5 GCU. Silbernagel's going to go back to serve. Well, we're in the gym today. Much different atmosphere.
Yes.
The fans much closer on you, and the depth perception is going to be a little bit different.
Definitely.
Silbernagel. Johnson with an attack. Hope's just going to get it back over here. Blau, where does he go? Goes right to Scherzen, who paints the line, 6-6.
In reference to that, to the depth perception, the ceiling's a lot shorter here. It's a lot lower. So if you're passing high, that can kind of throw things off because there's a couple of hoops in the way in the back of the court.
Oh, and a bad pass there, and Ohio State puts it away. 7-6 Buckeyes. Is it more the depth perception vertically than horizontally? Because the walls are closer too on the inlines.
Yeah, it's mostly vertically. You're looking up a lot in this game of volleyball, so the ceiling plays a big difference depending on how high it is or how low it is.
Kinnebrew, and bad contact there. That one sails.
He waffled it pretty bad on that one.
8-6 Ohio State. Buckeyes with the lead here. Back to serve once again is Hervoir. Kennebrew.
Great set.
Boy, that was a good set, too. He had to move a few more feet than he wanted to, but Kennebrew puts it away. 8-7 Buckeyes. And Michael Milstein will serve for the Lopes.
Made a smart play by not going to the outside. It kind of threw Ohio State's block. Second-guessed themselves just a tiny bit. Able to get the kill from it.
Scherzen, long. 8-8 your score. Boy, you talk about Scherzen and Johnson both over a 400% attack percentage, and you got the big guys in the middle as well.
Yep.
Blau goes to the big man in the middle.
Oh,
my goodness. Great job by the Lopes. Now the Buckeyes. Pretty good set, though, for Scherzen. That was Johnson on the set.
Yep.
Boy, great scramble by the Lopes to keep that one alive, but Johnson.
Yeah, Scherzen had a great swing. He swung low angle, took some heat off of it a little bit, and that kind of threw off our libero in the back row. He thought he was going to crank on a little bit more.
9-8. And that one sails. The service by Leeson goes deep, and it's a 9-9 score here. Saada to serve now for GCU. Lopes need to get a little run going here.
Yeah.
Blau has to move to get that one. Scherzen off the fingers, 10-9 Buckeyes. Well, when you've got, as we mentioned, Johnson at a 410 attack percentage, you got Scherzen at 402, and you got the big man Leeson at 471.
Got three guys hitting above 400. That's impressive.
Milstein. Kennebrew.
They're good.
Oh, when the ball comes in, where'd that one come from? Boy, that was a good little rally going there. And
looks like it fell from the ceiling.
You look at Saada hanging on to a ball, and Shalev go, where did that come from? Did it fall from, was it up there from practice or from the warm-ups?
Yeah.
Well, the Lopes could have played two and maybe got 2 points on that one had they been.
It'd be impressive if we could get two volleyballs going at once.
That was a good rally, too. All right, let's do it again. Blau with the serve. Oh, nice save by Engelman.
Great pass.
King puts it away. 10-10. We're just in the first set of this match. Buckeyes trying to be the 6th team to have a 40-match win streak in NCAA D1-2 men's volleyball history. Lopes trying to stop them. Herbois with the kill.
Great swing from the back row.
Well, we didn't even talk about Herbois. I mean, he doesn't have near the high attack percentage, but a good hitter in his own right.
Still a very smart hitter.
I mean, he's at 246. It seems very low compared to the other guys, but it's actually really good, right?
Yeah, he's still a productive hitter. 400's just it's kind of another level.
To Johnson, nice block by the Lopes. Mosier and Silbernagel all over that one, 11-11. Got to see Mosier out there, number 16. He's got that big Band-Aid on the chin. I'm not sure if he had to get stitches after yesterday or not, but he's out there playing, cracked his chin on the floor and came back to play the final set. Oh, well, aggressive serve, but too strong, 12-11 Buckeyes. And now Pete Hansen chatting with Blau, his setter here, about something. Get some strategy going. Gassus on the serve. Up in the rafters, you play it. Saved by Scherzen. Herbois. Can the Lopes keep it alive? They can! Oh!
Good pancake, Scherzen.
Johnson on the block, the Lopes. Mosier and Silbernagel. They're going to go to Herbois. Oh, off of the shoulder! And then off the backboard. Boy, that will test your nerves when you see the big hitter come right at you. 13-11 Buckeyes.
The difference between men's volleyball and women's volleyball is women's volleyball tends to have longer rallies. Men's volleyball is quick, fast-paced, and when you have a long rally in men's volleyball, you can feel the energy just skyrocket.
Another error on the service. Side out GCU hanging in there, 13-12. See if Mosier can do something here for GCU. By Herbois. Well, don't tell Maxime that he's not as good a hitter as the other two guys. They really look like they're trying to get him involved in the game and maybe throw a wrinkle. The Lopes are, I don't know if they're over blocking or over protecting against Johnson and Scherzen, but
it's hard not to when those guys are that productive. You kind of assume, all right, the setter's probably going to lean towards these two guys.
Engelman really with a nice pass. Nice put away by Saada. Shalev kind of staring him down a bit over there.
With the stare downs.
We saw that in the first match a couple days ago, having a little words.
Him and the middle hitter were kind of going back
across
and forth.
The net. 14-13, Silbernagel. See if Drake can get the Lopes even.
Overpass.
King couldn't put it away. Johnson crushes it. Missed opportunity for the Lopes on that overpass, or?
Yeah, it was just a good presence of mind for Ohio State's middle blocker to turn around and jump with King to kind of put his hands up there so King doesn't get the automatic kill from the overpass.
Herbois, the serve.
Short serve.
King, good save.
Great dig.
Quick set. Block.
Another great save.
Oh, a pretty good pass there on the set, but Kinnebrew unable to put it away. 16-13, and this is where it gets a little dicey.
Yep.
Up 3. Chance for Ohio State to kind of run away with this one if the Lopes don't get a side out here.
It's a tough swing for Kinnebrew to make, coming behind him and over his shoulder to try to crank it as hard as he did. Typically try to take a little bit off it, try to keep it in play, but I do appreciate that he was staying aggressive.
Herbois with the serve. Ohio State up 16-13 in the first set here. Put away by King. Well, that's a nice set by Michael Milstein. A bit of an overpass.
A little bit. He was able to save it, work with it a little bit. Tendencies are if a pass is a little bit tighter, the setter tends to go with their middle hitters because middle hitters are that close.
16-14. Scherzen
with the kill.
And back into the match, Gasus in for number 11, Blake Leeson. Well, as we said, there's really no weak spot in this Ohio State squad. Tublin into serve. Blau, the back set. Oh, great save by Engelman. Kinnebrew.
Good reach. To reach high for that one.
Now they go to Scherzen. Little dink. See if the Lopes can take advantage here. Shalev. Wow, what a great rally here. Scherzen. The block for the Lopes. Well, as you mentioned, a rally like that gets going.
Yep.
Everybody gets into it, and the Lopes able to get the point there. 17-15. Shalev Saada. Lopes just need to get a little run here on this service and get back even. Blau goes to Scherzen, and he puts it away.
Looks like our blockers are getting to the outside a little bit late. I don't know if that's due to the fact they're trying to stay disciplined before they realize where the set is, or if Ohio State's just setting really fast outside balls. Overpass.
And Scherzen knows what to do with that. Well, in the first match, Johnson had 17. Lopes are going to take a timeout. We'll keep it right here. Miles Johnson had 17 kills. Scherzen, I believe, had 9. But in this one, it looks like Ohio State has said, hey, we're going to get Scherzen involved in this match early. He's already got 6 kills in this one.
Yeah, it's very productive. It's like you said with Matt, with them trying to kind of spread the wealth a little bit, that's probably exactly what you're referring to, is that they're trying to get Scherzen into this, kind of help take a little bit of the pressure off of Johnson, even though Johnson clearly handled the pressure well yesterday, or a couple days ago. But the more outside hitters, more hitters that you have being productive, faster you win games, and the easier you win games if everybody's being productive on the floor and you can keep the other team guessing.
Now, are hitters kind of like wide receivers in football where they're like, hey, if you don't give me the ball one game, you better give it to me next game or I'm going to get a little upset about this. You got to feed me.
A little bit, yeah. If you're feeling hot and you don't feel like you're getting your due diligence, then yeah, you're probably going to have a word with your setter like, hey, feed me, man, I'm good, let's do this.
I didn't want to throw out the prima donna deal that we do with wide receivers because you are a hitter sitting to my right here.
Yeah.
And we talked about scrapping a little bit before the broadcast.
I'm always down. You know.
I didn't want to throw that the prima donna code, but definitely Scherzen might after that first match go, hey, I can hit the ball too. Don't forget about me. And obviously Christy Blau has not forgotten about him.
No.
7 kills in this first set. And right now, Ohio State with a big advantage up 19-15. Blau's going to serve as we get back underway. Milstein, who does he go to? Kennebrew, and the block by Scherzen. Boy, Scherzen having a match.
It's a
having
great
a set
solo
right
block.
now.
Great solo block by Scherzen. Usually, when you're in practice, you never want to get blocked by one single guy. If you're going to get blocked, you're going to get blocked by 2 or 3 guys.
2015.
So it's a tough one to make.
Kennebrew puts that one away.
That's what it should look like.
Not that time.
One-on-one, you better put the ball away. So great swing by Kennebrew.
Just change the angle a bit there.
A little bit. He went a little bit sharper angle. I think the ball wasn't as tight to the net either. It looked like the last set.
Better set.
Scherzen was able to kind of clamp on him a little bit.
King to serve. 2016. Lopes trailing by 4.
Overpass.
Get it.
There it is.
Put away by Silbernagel. Well, you mentioned Friday the dollar signs in the eyes when you see that overpass. And
I'm telling you.
Blake knew what to do.
It's like they're handing you a present. Here, take this.
King, another serve. Lopes trail by 3. Good pass there. And Gassus puts it away. 21-17.
Gassus just contacts so high that he has so many options when he's up there. If you're up there swinging that high, you can kind of go anywhere on the court that you want to put the ball away.
Scherzen the serve. Good pass. Silbernagel can't put it away. Where does Blau go? He goes to Scherzen again. Out of bounds. Well, as a setter, we talked about it Friday. You got a guy that's hot, you feed him, and they do it again. That's the 8th kill of the match for Scherzen.
Scherzen looks like he's on a mission right now. His body language, his eyes kind of look like he's here. He's ready to play. He wants to get these kills. He wants to get this win.
And blocked one-on-one, just like you mentioned, Gassus. I think Ohio State, as the Lopes call a timeout, a little unhappy about their play. I mean, they won 3 sets to 1, but even we could see that they didn't really play up to their full potential with all those service errors, and the Lopes were really close after that first set in every set. Ohio State, I don't know if Pete Hansen gave them a talking to or what, but they have come out really wanting to set the tone here early.
I've been to a lot of big programs, both with basketball and obviously playing volleyball, and championship top level programs, they have a swagger about them that everything involves winning. And when it involves winning so much, you're used to winning and you want to win, and that's what you're striving for all the time. Everybody wants to win, but that's just kind of a standard that's set when you're a championship team. So I'm sure they weren't satisfied with their play yesterday, so they came out here like, the other day's done. We're about to set a new standard today. That's kind of what it looks like right now.
Yeah, they're doing it here. They're riding the hot hand. Nicholas Scherzen with 8 kills, 23-17 Ohio State with the lead, trying to win their 40th match. They'd be just the 6th 40-match winning streak team in NCAA Division I/II men's volleyball history. Only the 3rd school to do it. Now UCLA has the all-time record of 47 straight in both 79 and 80. Unreal they did it in 79-80 season and 83-85. Crazy they were able to twice, but this Ohio State team trying to become one for the ages.
Yeah, and I can't remember if those are a couple of years that Karch Karai was there, the Michael Jordan of volleyball, but if those were some of the years that he was there, then that would not surprise me at all.
Yeah, Karai was pretty good.
He was all right.
Even non-volleyball folks know his name. Kennebrew. Little long. Now it's going to be a set point here. 24-17 for Ohio State. It was 25-19 in the first set on Friday. So Scherzen with a chance to put this one away.
See if the Lopes can rally a little bit, maybe knock up a few more points.
Something to carry over into set 2.
Yeah, a little momentum.
Scherzen, a service there.
It's easy to start with a missed serve for the Lopes to try to gain that momentum. So
that helps. Kennebrew now.
See if he stays aggressive on his serves.
24-18, Ohio State. He does and he hits it long. Well, Kennebrew was very aggressive in the match on Friday. They wanted him to keep that, just missing a few of those there. And we'll see. I mean, if you're Coach Worley, as Ohio State wins the first set 25-18, would you change up your starters? Would you take a guy like Kennebrew out and try? We saw Cody Williams played some good time in that match on Friday. Would you change things up or stay with these guys?
I would just kind of talk to him, let him know, okay, we're all right. We can tweak a few things here and there. I don't think it's necessary for him to switch things up immediately. Just kind of based on his coaching style. However, if he feels the need to make an adjustment, he will. And I think the guys are playing all right. They just need to get the nerves out a little bit. Playing Ohio State again. Okay, we played them on Friday. We'll be good. I think his starting lineup is pretty solid.
Well, congratulations to Coach Flood and his indoor track and field squad at Taylor for the second year in a row. They sweep men's and women's championships in the conference. Unbelievable. Coach Flood, since he started that program, has been one of the top programs in any conference or division he's played in. Great to see them continue that success this year and sweep once again for the second season in a row.
Yeah, sounds like he knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
Sounds like he's, I guess, being successful, you know. Coach Flood's a great guy. I see him around the office all the time, and he just has a great personality. He's always asking how the family is. And I know his athletes really respect him as a coach, and obviously they've been doing pretty well. So whatever he's doing, Coach Flood, keep doing it.
Keep it up, Coach Flood. Well, you know, it's kind of fun. We talk a lot about the fact that next season for the Lopes, basketball, baseball, soccer, you get to compete for a national championship, get a chance to compete in postseason tournaments. But for track and field, for swimming and diving, for tennis, for golf, for sports like that, a chance to actually compete for individual and team national championships.
Awesome.
And I talked to Coach Flood earlier this year, and he said, Michael, we got some folks, you know, getting a team national championship. There's some great teams out there. That might be difficult. We got some athletes that are going to have a chance to compete for individual national championships as soon as we're eligible. So that's going to be fun to watch.
Yeah, we have there are just some great athletes here who are about to get their opportunity next year to prove themselves individually. I'm talking about individual sports, at least, who individually will just have that great opportunity. And finally being through that 4-year waiting period it's finally here. I know the attitude on campus is like, all right, let's do this. We're ready
Here we
to go,
right?
Let's take what's ours.
Yeah, it's interesting because you know, the first year or so, you know it's a long ways off, so you kind of don't worry about it. That third year, to me, was the toughest because you're in the middle and you're going, good grief, is this ever going to come? And then once you get past that year, now you're like, okay, just 1 year. Let's just, you want to be successful your fourth year, but you're still like, let's just get it over with. Let's just get it over with, right?
Yeah, we're ready to compete.
And I know the coaches were trying to help the student athletes resist that urge just to get it over with. Hey, we still want to be competitive, we still want to win, but you can see the end in sight, so it's pretty exciting here. Well, the first set in the books, Ohio State gets the victory, and now, see if the Lopes, they're not going to change anything up really. You got Kennebrew, Silbernagel, Mosier, King, Shalef Saada, and the general out there.
As a coach, you kind of want to show that you have confidence in your starting lineup. You want to give them the chance to feel confident as well. So if you're just constantly switching things and just moving guys in and out all the time, it doesn't give them confidence, and then it doesn't give that group a chance to kind of get the chemistry they need to get together and win some games.
So we get things started. Scherzen to get things rolling for Ohio State. Engelman with a nice pass. Silbernagel unable to put it away. 1-0 Buckeyes. No team has been able to take 2 sets from Ohio State this entire season.
That's impressive.
Engelman, another great dig. Shalev.
It's a good high swing by Shalev going for the top of the hands.
Johnson puts it away. Well, that two-headed monster, they went with Scherzen and rode him in set 1, and I think now they're trying to get Johnson going here in set 2. 2-0, Ohio State.
I know as a defender, the ball kind of hit Sky at the feet. I know as a defender in volleyball, it's frustrating because the guy's hitting that hard, that fast, and that low.
Kennebrew puts it away.
Makes you kind of feel like, man, am I that slow or is this guy this good? But this guy's an amazing defender, so.
Well, with Johnson, you can say that guy's just that good.
Yeah, he's proven that throughout this season so far.
Sada with the serve. Blau goes to Herbois, and he puts it away. Well, unfortunately for the Lopes, it looks like all of the hitters for Ohio State are in the groove here early on.
Yeah.
And Blau really moving things around, a la Tom Brady, hitting 7, 8, 9 different receivers. He's giving everybody a shot here, and hasn't even really got the middle guys going yet.
Nope. Great set.
Great swing by the Lopes.
But our middle blocker is able to draw Ohio State's blockers, and they.
Good strong serve.
Yeah.
And there is that middle guy, Gleason, who hammers it home.
That middle guy.
Their middle blockers, you've got Gassus at 6'8", and Gleason at 6'7". Good height and good athleticism.
Yeah, they move really well for being 6'8", 6'7".
Johnson, a service there. 4-2 Ohio State. 4-3 now.
I think the tallest guy I ever played against in college played for Pepperdine, and he was like 7'1".
Oh, my goodness.
That guy was humongous. He stood there and his hands were already over the net. He
didn't have to move much, did he? Oh, Kennebrew into the net. And Kennebrew struggling a bit here in comparison to what we saw on Friday night. 5-3 Ohio State. Herbois to serve. Engelman. Kennebrew. A little long, 6'3". We'll see if Coach Worley thinking about a timeout. Down 3 here. Maxime Herbois, another serve. Shalev, the pass.
Great pass.
Boy, nice set to King for the kill.
Yeah.
And as you mention all the time, it all starts with that first pass.
It all starts with the pass. How much do you love your setter? You're going to get him a good pass and help him run his offense, or you're going to get him a good cardio workout for the day. It just all kind of depends.
Mosier. Into that. Second service in a row for the Lopes. Back-to-back errors right in the net. 7-4 Buckeyes.
Looks like maybe this side of the floor has the air conditioning draft on it this time.
Yeah, back in the arena.
Or 2 days ago.
We had that issue. Now Leeson serves into the net.
Spoke too soon.
It did seem like that north. Well, we're on the north side again. It did seem like that north side.
I've learned your jinx.
It's the hard side. I like that. 7-5. King to serve. Quick one to Blau. Gassus. Ohio State another crack at it. Johnson puts it away. 8-5. Ohio State won the first set. Trying to go up 2-0 here. Up by 3. Like a couple of chances for the Lopes there. They just weren't able to do anything with it.
Yeah.
Christy Blau. Over pass.
Good attempt by Michael Milstein to did that block 101, but Scherzen was able to use his hands a little bit.
Now 9-5. Ohio State really getting in the groove here. Christy Blau rips a serve, rips it wide. Side out GCU, 9-6. Once again, we talked about it in the first set. Lopes need a little of a service run here. See if Milstein can get it going. Goes right to the big hitter. Gassus crushes one down the line. 10-6 Ohio State. Well, a good crowd here at Antelope Gymnasium. We had 2,600 at the arena, largest ever to watch a men's volleyball game at the arena.
It was awesome. Great turnout by the fans. They had a fun time. Felt kind of like a little bit of a party.
Ooh, great pass, great set, and Silbernagel puts it away. It was a party atmosphere Friday. It wasn't. We had guys dancing it between sets. We had little kids out there doing dance-offs. Great.
Yeah.
Good crowd here, of course, in the gymnasium. You get about half of that crowd that is rocking. Au revoir. Oh, nice adjustment by Engelman. Ohio State, another chance at it. Miles, Lopes have a crack at it. Engelman. Lopes keep it alive. Mosier.
Great swing.
That gonna get it? That will get the job done. Cullen Mosier. And here come the Lopes. 10-8 Ohio State. Boy, that was a nice rally. Both teams keeping the point alive, and Mosier puts it away. That might be his first kill of the match. My stats have frozen up here, but don't remember calling his name too much. Ooh. Wow. Scherzen just lets one fly. 11-8 Buckeyes.
It's a really hard swing to block when you have all three hitters in the front row jumping, and then you have somebody coming in out of the back row. That's just really good deception.
Gassus, when floated right up to the shoulder. Ooh, a block by Silbernagel. Milstein, Kennebrew puts it away. Maybe that gets him going. 11-9. Lopes coming back. And Mosier talking with his head coach, laughing about that pass. He's trying to stay alive at that point.
He got a six-pack on a serve. Doesn't happen very often.
You got what?
Six-pack.
Is that what you call it when you play it off the...
Get hit in the chest or the stomach.
Boy, Ohio State just keeps the pressure going. 12-9 Buckeyes. Miles Johnson. Been a little quiet so far in this match for him.
Yeah.
Rips a serve. Milstein. Mosier. They keep it alive. Mosier again. Puts it away.
Great angle on that
swing. So GCU hanging around. Looked like they might be overmatched in this second set early on, but just a 2-point match here. 2-point set. 12-10. Get it out, nope, caught the line.
Ohio State likes to do that play where they have their front row hitter kind of mask the back row hitter a little bit. So our blockers have been tending to kind of jump with that first hitter who's going up in the front row, and then their back row hitter comes out of nowhere. And it's been productive so far.
Au revoir. Milstein goes back to Saada. The block is good by Leeson. 13-10 Ohio State. So you go up with the first guy, and as you're coming down, Scherzen's rising up, and there's nothing you can do.
He has an open net.
So he can just pick whether he wants to paint the line or have a sharp angle.
Exactly.
Engelman, a little bit of an overpass. Oh, nice job by Milstein.
What a joust.
Scherzen blocked. King, there we go. That was the old Maximus. Raise the hands up and say, are you not entertained with that one?
Classic.
14-11. See if that gets the Lopes going. Mosier to serve. Shearson blocked again. As a setter now, do you go a different direction? You tried Mosier a couple times. You got a bunch of options.
Yeah, that's true. You don't go to him, you got 4 other guys you can pick from. 3 other guys.
Lopes creeping back. 14-12 Buckeyes in set number 2. Oh, into the net, and that one missed by quite a bit. 15-12 after the side out. Buckeyes and Leeson will serve. Leeson into the net. 15-13. So now both teams having trouble serving here.
Yeah.
Now King, he's played well here. Served pretty well as well.
He's got a couple blocks the last 2 plays.
LeBlanc put away by Saada. And that was all on the serve.
Yep. Kind of put Ohio State gave us the overpass. So put him out of system, clearly. And Shalef Saada was just able to do what he wanted with it. And no block up.
If King can do it again, trying to even up the set. Good pass there. They go to Johnson, blocked by Saada. No, they kept it alive. Silbernagel. Oh, Saada was celebrating. They're going to go back to Saada. And this time he puts it away. Well, he had time to block and then celebrate and then kill.
Get back and get the kill.
And Matt Worley asking the same thing I thought. I thought it was put away over here, but a great save by Ohio State evidently. But Lopes get it, get the point. 15-15 now, even it up here in set number 2. King having a good service. Payne at the back line. Well, Ashton King did what we wanted. A little bit of a run there, get the Lopes back even. And now, after the side out, Buckeyes take the 16-15 lead in set number 2.
Yep.
Here's T-Bow. Blau the serve. Milstein goes to Saada. Put away. I think that was Johnson and Gassus on the block.
I feel like Johnson was the only one who got his hand on it, but yeah, Gassus was up there with him.
Well, if you're a hitter, you're going to say you got blocked by both of them. Right? 17-15.
Both of them.
Blau rips that one.
Pass.
Saada gets the side out. 17-16 GCU. Hanging around. A must-win set for GCU. You don't want to go down 2-0 on these guys.
Definitely not Ohio State, especially with what they've been doing to other teams, not losing 2 sets in a single match. You want to put some pressure on them.
They go to Johnson, and he hits it out. Tied up again, 17-17. Well, the Lopes very resilient in this second set. Milstein's serve. Back to Johnson, blocked. Silbernagel gives the Lopes the lead, 18-17.
Ohio State.
Well, I was thinking that Matt Worley was going to be the guy calling a timeout here, but the Lopes come battling back.
Flip the script a little bit.
And that's a bit to what you talked about in between sets when I was asking, do you switch guys around? And you said, well, sometimes as a coach, you want to give the guys confidence. You don't want to be moving things around. Matt Worley over there very stoic as things weren't going their way in this early in the second set. And the guys responded and brought it back, have an 18-17 lead, timeout at OSU.
Exactly. Matt hardly shows any emotion when he's standing over there. So I know he's an extremely methodical person. So I'm guessing he was going to put confidence in his guys and wait to see how it went in the second set. They're doing well so far.
Well, and in that timeout, Fletcher Light, the manager, came over and showed Matt Worley something on the computer. Matt immediately walked over and said something to his setter, Michael Milstein. So they must have seen something they could take advantage of.
Definitely. Not quite sure what it was, but it looked like they made the right adjustment.
We'll see if it works. We'll give Fletcher credit. If it doesn't, we'll blame Fletcher. Milstein's going to serve. It might have been something on the service where they want to put the ball or possibly setting. Michael Milstein, number 4, the general, the 6'2" senior out of Jerusalem, Israel. The general because he runs the floor here, but also because he was in the Israeli military.
Yes.
Silbernagel! They tried to float it over his head.
He's got some long arms. He's able to stay there for a minute with that.
Now GCU with some momentum here.
Yep.
Milstein. Great serve by Milstein. Kind of floated the first and that one, a little more sauce on it. 2017 GCU.
Timeout, Ohio.
Another timeout. Well, we talked about it in that first set. They were just feeding the big dog. It was Scherzen then.
Yep.
They've tried to get Johnson more involved, but he hasn't had quite the swings at it, and they've gone back to Scherzen. A couple of huge blocks by King and then Silbernagel.
Yep.
And the Lopes have the lead, 2017.
Yep. It helps to, those big blocks are huge momentum swingers because, especially stopping big hitters like Johnson and Scherzen, who hit 400s. If you can shut those guys down, that's going to not only prevent them from getting points, clearly, but it's also going to rally your team, and it's going to give you guys a lot more energy.
Yeah, those big blocks are almost as big of energy boosts as those big hits.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
When you block the best guy on their team who's just been killing you, the whole crowd goes crazy.
Yeah, big kills are fun, but big blocks are a lot more fun. In my opinion, my personal opinion at least.
Well, I know that King and Silbernagel would totally agree with you. So Ohio State cruising in the second set, but the Lopes have come back up by 3, 2017. The Buckeyes have called a couple of timeouts, almost back-to-back timeouts, both of them with Michael Milstein serving.
Yep.
And there's the run we were asking for. King had a bit of a run. Milstein now on a nice run. Bit of an overpass. Oh, and a tough play, and that was just trying to make something out of nothing. The Buckeyes were able to do it. 2018. Lopes still leading. Scherzen back to serve. He's been serving well this entire match so far.
Yeah, he's got a great serve.
Great dig by Engelman. Sada puts it away. 21-18 GCU. Now Shalev will get a chance.
Great serve.
Tough pass, not a good one. Oh, but just like that, sometimes that athleticism.
Is a pass, and it has some top spin on it. It gives us the hitter an advantage because it's already spinning, so they don't have to make the ball spin on contact from a set that's just coming out flat.
Kennebrew puts it away, 22-19 GCU. And once again, as you always say, it started with that great pass by Engelman. Sky's playing a really good ball game for GCU. What a match he's having. All right, Silbernagel. Blau going to Johnson. Well, I think you might have heard me say he wasn't having a good match. Put that one away, 22-20. Silbernagel out, and the libero, Engelman back in. Johnson to serve. Lopes up by 2 in the second set, trailing 1-0. Good pass. Mosier, he'll get it back. Johnson keeps it alive. Hervois. Engelman, nice pass. Hervois, kept alive. No! Lopes with the point.
4 contacts was the call.
Little surprised that Blau didn't go right to Leeson there. He was standing right next to him. Maybe he was too close, I'm not sure. But Leeson has been a little quiet in the set.
He has.
23-20. Kennebrew. Ooh, good aggressive serve.
The tip.
Oh.
Smart play, real smart play.
Sure as it had been, just ratcheting up and firing that time. This little drop shot gets it to go. Worley having a chat with Earl Capps, one of the referees here. 23-21, Lope still up by 2, trying to even this match up. Bad pass, Kennebrew keeps it alive, Milstein gets it over. They go to Johnson, hits it out. All right, here we go. Set point, trying to even up this match, 24-21.
Everybody in the stands are standing up from that set point right now.
Everything going the Buckeyes' way in that first set and early in the second. Mosier serving to even things up at 1 apiece. Hits it out. A little too aggressive. Poor contact on that one, or just a little too strong?
Contact's a little funny. Sailed a little bit, but still a good aggressive swing. Good aggressive serve attempt. Definitely don't want to back down on set point.
So now GCU's going to call a timeout as Devilbus checks into the ball game. He's going to serve here. Lope's up by 2, 24-22, trying to even this out at 1 set apiece. Well, in the match on Friday, it was a 25-19 victory in set number 1. Lopes came back and won 25-17 to even things up. But then Ohio State took 2 very close sets, the third and the fourth, to win the match. But good to see GCU just continue to scrap and fight and then take the advantage in this one. Softball playing as we speak. And Pearson's squad puts a 7 spot on the board in the bottom of the 5th.
Wow.
Up 9-5 over Nevada. And softball
Anne's
having
doing a
a
great
year
job with
here.
her team. She's the real deal.
Yeah, started the program in her 14th season and really excited about the squad she's got this year. And why not? They're trying to go 16-1 after today. Only lost at number 22 Baylor by 1 run.
It's not bad.
She'll
only
take
lost
it.
1-0 to Baylor. That's not bad. That's your only loss of the season so far.
That's right. To a ranked opponent. 24-22. GCU with the lead in set 2. Crowd into it. Developes to serve.
A little bit
of
tight.
an overpass. Milstein. Sada for the put away. They keep it alive. Blau goes to his big hitter. Kept alive by Engelman. Little goal. And we're even at 1.
Very smart play by Shalev Sada. There was nobody playing defense in that spot.
Yeah, just ask him. He pointed to his head right away like, hey, I'm thinking, man. I'm a thinking, man. What a set for GCU to even at 1 apiece. They get a 25-22. And the momentum shifting in the favor of GCU right now. So the long break in between sets here. If you're GCU, you probably want to keep playing as quickly as possible.
Definitely.
Ohio State, what do you think Pete Hansen's saying to his squad down here? I mean, they just ripped it in that first set, and really the first half, the first 9 or 10 points in the second set, they were in command and the aggressor, but the Lopes just took over that momentum. Some really good serving by King and then by Milstein. The Lopes even it up at 1.
Yeah, I don't think there's much that Ohio State has to do to adjust. Really, I think GCU just outplayed them. They just were more aggressive. They made better blocks, bigger blocks, a little bit smarter decisions. But Ohio State's, they're going to keep their composure because they're number 1 right now. They're undefeated. They have a great team. Not much will rattle them, I don't think. But GCU just played really well in that last set. So I think that was the deciding factor, was GCU maybe just wanted it a little bit more.
Well, the Lopes even things up here. trying to refresh my live stats here, and unfortunately I'm not getting them. I'd give you some idea of who's leading, but just from the naked eye, it really looked like Ohio State being they really wanted to get Johnson involved after he wasn't really that involved in the first set. And he just didn't really seem to have it like we saw him on Friday night. For the Lopes, Milstein doing a nice job of moving things around. He was going to Kennebrew early. Kennebrew didn't seem to have it. He started doing, going a different direction. Then went back to Kennebrew. Everybody hitting the ball pretty well in that second set for GCU.
Yeah, Milstein's doing a good job of spreading the ball around. And the hitters that he's spreading them around to are making good decisions. So it's good to see that chemistry kind of flowing a little bit. And Milstein getting to do what he wants to do and setting up his guys for what they need to do as well.
Well, we'll see what the play is here, but for GCU, the general, he went to Mosier a few times more than we saw him in the first set. Of course, Saada, big hitter, then back to Kennebrew. And as you mentioned, a couple of really big blocks by King and Silbernagel turned the tide in that second set.
Huge momentum swings, yeah, big blocks. Like I said earlier, to me, they're more fun than big kills. Big kills are great, but big blocks, just shutting down a big hitter is it's a blast, if I'm being honest.
Well, if you're joining us here on GCU TV for the first time, we appreciate it. Go to gculopes.com. You can also follow us on YouTube at GCU TV to see when the next broadcast will be. So we really appreciate you joining us. And if you're joining us for the first time, you can see why I'm not a men's volleyball coach, because I was questioning whether Coach Worley should change up his lineup, and he didn't, and they won the second set. So that's why he's on the sideline, and I'm over here with a headset on. A lot of faith in his guys, and as a player, Taylor Griffin joining me, the distinction of being the only guy that helped start the program and played all 4 years at GCU. Taylor, as a player, when you're struggling, but your coach keeps you in there and gives you that confidence, you got to feel great about that.
It's one of the best feelings to have a coach know that you may be struggling a little bit right now, but giving you the confidence to let you stay in there and work through that plateau a little bit to get to the next level. It's huge for a player mentally, and it's huge for their play later on down the road to give them confidence to know, okay, I'm struggling right now, but how else can I help this team out? How else can I get back into a rhythm? But if you get taken off or taken off the court and just thrown on the bench right away, you don't get an opportunity to try to figure that out.
Okay, my live stats are back up. Scherzen, 13 kills through 2. Hervois with 6. Johnson with 5. Gassus with 4. Leeson's been very quiet. Just 1 for the Lopes. 7 for Kennebrew and Saada. King's got 3. Mosier's got 2. Silbernagel's got 2. So as we mentioned, as we get underway in set number 3, really moving it around. They go right back to the big dog, Scherzen, and he gets the kill. But Michael Milstein really moving things around, but Kennebrew and Saada, the two guys he's going for. No changes for GCU or for Ohio State on the floor. Overpass.
It's far enough over to where Ohio State can run an offense.
Hervois just crushes that one. So as you can see, Hervois and Scherzen, the two guys feeling it in this one, and Christy Blau is feeding him. A couple of really good setters in this match. Football. And now the assistant coach for Ohio State out there saying, no, that was not a football, but you know what? He doesn't get a vote. 2-1. GCU trailing it. Saada to serve.
Short serve by Saada.
Blau the put away. That out? It was 2-2. Well, I mentioned the setters. Blau averaging a tick over 11 assists per set, and Milstein right there with him, averaging a tick over 10 assists a set.
Both very productive setters.
Nothing to do there. The Lopes get the point on the bad pass. And now Hansen upset with the call there.
Back row attack call from on Ohio State setter.
Hansen, pretty reserved argument there, just asking more for clarification. But the Lopes with the lead, 3-2. We're even at 1 set apiece. Sada floated that one a bit. Johnson on the attack.
Howard
gets it.
That block.
3-3. Gasus now to serve. Driss Gasus, the redshirt senior, 6'8", out of Pasadena, California. They play some pretty good volleyball in SoCal.
I'd say so.
Who hits the light. Milstein keeps it alive.
Southern California is kind of the mecca of volleyball.
Oh, one-on-one block by Mosier. Wow, 4-3 GCU. I think you're right. The blocks get them going more than the kills do. And that was just mano a mano, Johnson against Mosier.
Yeah, big kills are fun. Big blocks are fun when there's a couple of you up there. But big solo blocks doesn't get much better than that.
Silbernagel.
Great swing by Irvois. Smart swing to the outside hand. Garnered a kill.
4-4.
Kind of working the outside hand of Milstein on that one.
Are the Lopes keeping that middle closed? Is that why he's not going to the middle more? Or is it just the way the...
kind of depends on the...
this time there, 5 for Ohio State.
The block of that time. If he sees an opening, he's going to go for it, and so far the openings have been more lined than they have been angled. King's doing a good job of closing the gap between the block.
Johnson to serve. Rips that one, aces it right on the back line. Sada pointing, saying, yeah, that was my bad. I should have gotten that one. 6-4 Ohio State. That's the first service ace of the match for Ohio State. Sada gets that one. Kennebrew blocked. They try to keep it alive, but cannot do so. And now Ohio State with some momentum. Johnson hasn't been attacking the ball great, up to his standards at least. But boy, he's been serving well here.
He's serving well. He's still helping his team by playing good defense, getting good passes. Like I said, it's kind of, if you're struggling in one area, how can you make up for it in another area? That shows Johnson's maturity as a player with his serving and his passing right now.
Milstein, Mosier, blocked and off of Mosier, 8-4. Now, Matt Ward is going to call a timeout. Now, I want to be clear. I know we've got a lot of folks in Columbus watching the broadcast. He's not playing up to his standards.
Correct. No, the guy's still a monster.
We talk about it all the time. You're talking about an attack percentage of 250 is great. The guy is over 400, so he's still having a great game, just not what we saw on Friday and not what he's going to be happy with.
Make no mistake, Johnson he's a phenomenal player. And as far as swinging at the ball, he hasn't been as productive as, like you said, he probably would like to be right now in this set or in this match. But one, it doesn't matter because he's making up for it in other areas, doing a great job helping his team out. And two, the guy still has, what, over 400 hitting percentage?
Yeah, over 400.
Great. So I'm sure that's no issue for him to say, okay, I'm going to help in this area right now.
Yeah, Johnson at 410, and he's averaging almost 4.5 kills per set. When I talked to Matt Worley about it, I said, are there any weaknesses in this Ohio State squad? And he said, there's really not. He said, Johnson and Scherzer, just crazy numbers for outside hitters. Numbers you'd love to see from your middle guys. Yeah,
they're extremely productive hitters. And Matt's obviously going to want to serve aggressive, get Ohio State out of system a little bit. So their setter only has one option to set based off of the passes, but Ohio State's doing a good job of controlling GCU's serves right now, but I think GCU is still doing a good job of trying to stay aggressive as much as possible.
So Johnson back to serve, 8-4 Ohio State in set number 3. We're even in a set apiece. Trying to cool him off. Kennebrew, the touch. And the Lopes get the point. D'Amicis, the libero, couldn't come up with it. 8-5, side out, GCU.
This is a smart swing by Kennebrew too. That deep corner, right on the line. It's a really smart swing.
Kennebrew rips it, almost touches the air vents, and put away right at Kennebrew's feet. Well, this is something too. We talked about the depth perception mainly vertically, but you also have to deal with balls that might hit off those lights, might hit off those
speakers.
A lot of stuff up there. Don't worry about that in the arena.
No, it's good 40 feet up to the top.
Johnson gives the Lopes a
Swing
chance.
by Johnson with a triple block up.
King, oh!
Ball was called down.
Wow. What'd you think about that one? Almost looked like he got it.
I think the ball was down.
Was down?
Yeah, I think it was.
It's a good try by the libero.
He was extremely close, but I think the ball was down. You can see Ohio State
9-6.
They're not really contesting it too much, so I think they understand. Yeah,
Pete Hansen just shaking his head. Hansen sits down on the end of the bench. Worley always standing, not pacing a lot, but always standing. And the block out by Milstein. They're going to say in the net. They call that in the net. And a red card.
They call Scherzen in the net. Hansen got a red card.
Got a red card. She pulled a yellow and a red.
She was trying to get the red card out, but yellow was kind of stuck to it maybe.
Did she say he's gone?
I think so.
I think he's gone. Well, Ohio State, Pete Hansen not leaving, and the assistant coach told the referee Earl Capps to walk away right now, and Hansen said, we're done, but it's really not his decision if she pulled both the yellow and the red, and now Earl Capps is going to walk over and have a word with him. I'm not sure, boy, that was really a quick. Capps said she did eject you, and Hansen saying, oh, she did eject me, okay. Well, Hansen handling that, I mean, really well, really classy on his part. It was a quick trigger.
It was. That
was a real quick trigger.
That was a fast ejection. But, I mean, 30 years of experience, Hansen, you would think, would know how to handle that well.
And I don't know, that might not bode well for GCU, because that's something as a player can really get you going when you see your coach run that. I would imagine Worley would have been very happy with just a yellow card.
You want to defend your head coach for sure, so that might turn on the gears for Ohio State.
Lopes trailing by 2. Johnson with the smash, and Johnson talking more to himself. And 10-7. Yeah, that was a quick by Gigi Brené. That was a really quick. Yeah, she pulled them both out.
Yep.
And I didn't, Hansen got right up in Earl Capps' face, but he wasn't really demonstrative, so it was a very interesting call.
He also apologized.
Yeah, he apologized, walked back, sat down. 10-7.
Kind of freaked out for a second and then said, I'm sorry, and then sat down.
And the crush by Kennebrew. 10-8. Yeah, pretty quick trigger there on the ejection, but at the same time, sometimes these officials, Brené was refereeing on the other side last night, and who knows what was said during that contest, but either way, the ejection for Pete Hansen, but we're still playing here in set 3. Scherzen puts it away. 11-8.
The ref definitely has to control what happens in the game, make sure things don't get too out of hand, so maybe that was just her way of making sure things didn't get too out of hand.
Well, Hansen did not know he was ejected, is why he was sitting there when he came over. When Capps came over, missed service by Blau. When Capps came over to tell him, he said, I'm done, it's okay, I don't want to do it anymore. And then Capps went over to make sure he had it right. He came back and said, you're ejected. And, Pete just looked up and said, oh, she ejected me, okay. And he got up and walked out. Milstein with the short serve.
Good pass. Great save by Ohio State.
They put it over. Milstein, where's he going to go? Was that on the, it's going to go against Ohio State. 11-9, was that a double touch? They put it over.
It was 4 contacts.
11-10, kind of a late whistle there. So 11-10, Lopes coming back. A little long by Milstein, 12-10. Well, this is a bit historic here because this Ohio State squad has won 16 in a row and trying to win 16 in a row this season and trying to win 40 in a row. That one out by Scherzen, 12-11. They'd only be the sixth team in history to do that and give themselves a chance to overtake UCLA, who has the record at 47 straight games. But they're in a dogfight here. Saada floats one.
Great flow serve.
And there he is, Urvois with another kill. He's got 9.
Kennebrew got his hands on that. Almost was able to slow it down enough, but just got a little too high over Milstein's hands.
13-11 Ohio State. Driss Gassus. Fires it over. Put away. Silbernagel. Boy, that quick set to the middle blocker. Could be nobody up there to block that one.
Yeah, it's an effective set, and that's why a lot of middle hitters, middle blockers, have a high hitting percentage because that one's so hard to defend.
Johnson tries to flip it over, blocked by the Lopes. We're tied up at 13. The two assistants for Ohio State now chatting about what they want to do here. Tim Imbaugh and Kevin Birch now coaching this team. Serve into the net. Silbernagel chatting to himself. 14-13 on the side out. Imbaugh's been with Hansen for 26 years. Birch just his second season. Both of them Ohio State grads. Imbaugh in 90. Birch in 2011. Johnson rips it. He'll get a chance to kill it, and he does. So Johnson's starting to heat up a bit here. 15-13. Johnson now with his 8th kill of the match. Rips another one. Nice pass.
Back set.
There it is. Boy, Kennebrew playing very well. Struggled a bit in the first set, but overall, these two matches against Ohio State, bit of a revelation. He's playing great.
He is playing great. It was a great swing on that last play. He swung on the inside of the outside hitter's hand, but just inside enough to where it was hard for the defense to get that window screen play going to where they could pick up that ball.
Kennebrew to serve. Into the net.
Staying aggressive though.
16-14 Ohio State. 9th service error for GCU. The visitors with 13 service errors. Much better than on Friday night for Ohio State. Engelman, nice pass. Oh, the quick put away by King, and right there was Leeson. Middle blocker against middle blocker, and the Buckeyes won that one. 17-14, Urvois to serve. Milstein goes right back to him, and King puts it away. 17-15, Lopes trying to be the first team all year to get a second set from these Buckeyes. You heard me right, folks. Haven't lost this year. They've won 39 in a row, and they haven't lost 2 sets to anybody this season. Big serve. Good dig, good pass. Lopes keep it alive.
Great defense.
Engelman getting it up close. Oh, and Mosier. Try to get too cute on that one, try to paint the line.
He was just trying to get in that back corner to throw the setter off a little bit, get him out of system, but I think he got a little too excited and maybe threw it a little too far.
Leeson to serve. Ohio State up 18-15. We're even at a set apiece here. The big guy lets it fly. Ooh, really tight. Now Lopes just getting it over. Blau. Scherzen! Blocked! Was that all King? Milstein was up there too.
It looked like it was Milstein. It looked like it was his right hand. Yeah, he's shaking his right hand right now. You could
That's how you can tell. Yeah. You see the big red welt on the right hand, you know you got it.
His right hand is tingling right now, I can tell you that.
18-16. King to serve. He got him on a little run in the second set. Can he do it again? The block. They'll go back to Johnson. GCU with a chance. Saad puts it away.
Great swing by Saad. That was a smart swing off the hands.
Lopes within one. 18-17. Birch talking to his Ohio State squad. Running the show with Hansen in the locker room after being ejected earlier in this set. Back to Sherzin. They keep it alive.
Lopes were in the net.
So
Ohio State ball.
Side out 19-17. Ohio State up by 2. Blau the setter to serve in the net. He looked a bit out of sorts on that toss and that leap.
Yeah, he threw it a little bit ahead of him, so had to reach kind of far. It's always a tough ball to keep in, especially if you've committed to wailing on it a little bit. But
Milstein, Lopes trail by 1. Quick put away. Engelman keeps it alive.
Great swing.
Knotted at 19.
Yeah,
what's that?
Even with a triple block up, he made a great swing.
And now Imbar is going to call a timeout. Woo! Knotted at 19. GCU trying to be the first team all season to win 2 sets here in Antelope Gymnasium for this Ohio State Buckeye squad. Everybody knows about the 39 in a row for the Buckeyes. In fact, they haven't lost 2 sets. They won the national championship last year, and they're 47-3 in their last 50 matches.
That is impressive.
So these guys are a juggernaut. You know, I was talking to Matt Worley, though, prior to this match, and he said, you know, it's a little different than in college basketball, where really the top 10, there's a pretty significant gap between number 1 and number 25 in the top 25. He said in volleyball from match to match, there's not as big a gap from number 1 to number 10, 12, 15, 25.
Right.
So he said, you know, we got to crack at this. If we can get them in the gym, get the crowd going, really put a lot of pressure on them, he said they might feel a bit of pressure going for that, 40th match in a row.
Yeah. Any given Sunday tonight. Any given Sunday.
And that's what you say to yourself when you're playing these guys, right?
Yep. Especially 1919. The third set, 1-1.
Couple things go your way.
Yeah. Lopes are really going to want to capitalize on this opportunity right now.
And in set 2, it was King and Milstein who got a few service runs going, and now Milstein back there again.
Right.
19-19. Short there. Blau goes to Johnson, who crushes it at a steep angle there. 2019 Ohio State. Johnson, 9 kills now, and Sherzin carried him through the first set. He'll go back to serve here.
Kind of took some off of it for the great
Engelman.
coverage. Great swing. Great swing.
Well, that was a missed opportunity for the Buckeyes on that overpass, but a great dig by Engelman to keep it alive.
Yeah, Sky was kept the Lopes in the game for that one.
Engelman laughing about that one.
He knows it.
Said a little prayer.
Yeah.
Saada.
Great
block. Silbernagle. 21-20. Lopes in the lead in set number 3. Now, GCU starting to feel it.
GCU's going to want to at least get this point right now so they can keep the advantage if they keep going back and forth.
Ooh, quick put away to Gassus. And that's that one I've been looking for, that quick set to the middle blocker.
Yeah. I would not be surprised if Ohio State stayed with their middles through this set.
So dominant. I mean, those guys, we talk about it. Leeson and Gassus.
Great pass by Shaleb.
The middle guy there for GCU. Silbernagle, 22-21, Lopes up. Silbernagle to serve, up 1. Silbernagle taking that big, deep breath, getting set, right in the net. 22-22. 10th service error of the match for GCU. Johnson now.
Overpass.
Irvois puts it away, and that one really hurts the Lopes as it gives Ohio State that 23-22 lead. So if you're serving and you're Johnson, you go right back at Saad.
Probably.
Just try to keep it away from Engelman. Probably, right?
Yeah. You typically don't want to serve the libero on the other team because that's all the libero does is pass. So typically,
pretty good
for
at
obvious
it.
reasons, they're good at it. So try to get their outside hitters in an awkward position serving, so it's harder for them to transition out, get a good swing.
So Worley with the timeout. GCU baseball squad up at Wichita State dropped a doubleheader yesterday. In the bottom of the 7th, they are down 5-3 playing in Kansas. GCU, boy, they've opened up against some tough teams.
Yeah.
Oklahoma State, a College World Series contestant, and on a roll until U of A knocked them off at the College World Series in Omaha. Another team that made the NCAA postseason and then back Pacific. So really good schedule that Coach Stankiewicz has, trying to get one up here against Wichita State. Wichita State, back in my day, a great team. Won, I believe, back in 1989. Were runners-up about 3 years in a row in the early 90s, but they've already swept one WAC team, swept Utah Valley to start the season, and trying to sweep the Lopes, but still time. Bottom of the 7th. Lopes have 6 more outs to go, down 2. Keep you updated on that as well. Johnson to serve. Up by 1, 23-22 in set number 3.
Good pass by Cullen.
Cullen blocked by Leeson. And now, set point. Well, this is what happened to the Lopes on Friday.
Yep.
Played a great second set, played a very good third set, but just at the end, Ohio State took it 26-24. Set point here. Johnson to serve. Engelman. Kennebrew. Big swing, out, and set number 3, I should say, goes to Ohio State. Well, Ohio State showing why they're the number 1 team in the country. When it got tough, they were able to come back and get that set. And once again, it kind of feels like missed opportunity for the Lopes. Same on Friday night. Lost that one 26-24. Big swing. Tough to win 2 in a row now against Ohio State.
Definitely. It's definitely kind of frustrating if you're on the Lopes to be ahead, have that momentum, and then have Ohio State come back and win the 3rd set. Ohio State's able to carry that into the 4th set. GCU's going to have to find a way to get back into it mentally, keep their morale high after losing a close one like that, especially with being so close, taking off a second set in a match that's never been done to Ohio State this year.
Well, Ohio State got the first 25-18. The Lopes rebounded with a 25-22 win in set number 2. 25-22, Ohio State gets the win in set number 3. And Pete Hansen back on the floor for the 4th set. So he got the yellow and the red card. You know, Taylor and I talked about it. It was a pretty quick yellow and red card to toss him. But he's back out there now for this set. Ohio State trying to win their 40th in a row. And if they do that, they'll only be the 6th team in men's D1, D2 volleyball history to win set 40 matches in a row. And they'll get a chance to go after and reel in the all-time record, which is 47 straight by UCLA. UCLA did it twice. between 79 and 80 and between 83 and 85. Ohio State looking to even go and win back-to-back national championships as well. Well, both these teams, of course, play out of the Midwestern Intercollegiate Volleyball Association. Coming into the match today, Ohio State, of course, leading that conference, 7-0 in conference, 16-0 overall. Lewis got a couple of wins. They're now 7-2 in MIVA play and 13-3 overall in second place. The Lopes come into this one at 5-2 in conference, tied with the Loyola for third place. And Loyola owns the 40-match run in 2014-15. That's the longest in MIVA history. So not only would Ohio State become the sixth in history to get 40, they would tie Loyola, and with one more match win, they would have the MIVA record at 41. So a lot on the line for Ohio State. Ball State at 5-3 is in fifth. McKendree at 2-4 is sixth. Fort Wayne at 2-6 is seventh in the conference. Quincy and Lindenwood rounded out at 8th and 9th at 1-8. So GCU now, once again, playing for their match lives here as they are down 2-1. Nicholas Scherzen leading Ohio State with 16 kills, a .346 hit percentage. Irvois with 10 kills, a .333 hit percentage. Johnson has not been striking the ball as well as he did on Friday. 9 kills, but been serving the ball very well and helping his team out. Jesus with 5 kills, Leeson with 2, 42 kills in the match for Ohio State. The Lopes 32 kills, 11 from Kennebrew, 9 from Saada, 5 from King, 5 from Silbernagel, and 2 from Mosier. No changes really for either team. So Nicholas Scherzen is going to start things off for GCU, or excuse me, for Ohio State against GCU here. The Lopes trailing this one 2-1. Ohio State trying to close it out 3-1. Engelman with the pass. They go to Mosier, blocked. Oh, they keep it alive off Kennebrew. Flicked it over. Blau. Out. Side out, GCU. 1-0. Lopes. Mosier to serve. So big swing there by Irvois, just a little long. Cullen hits that a little wide. Side out, Ohio State, 1-1. Your score here just underway. The fourth set here. Ohio State up 2-1. Jesus. Milstein goes to Saada, and he puts it away. Saada now in double digits, his 10th kill of the match. So we'll see what the general, Michael Milstein, does here, because he's been really going for Kennebrew and Saada. But King and Silbernagel, who hits that one in the net on the serve, have been doing pretty well as well. So Silbernagel, another error on the service. 2-2 your score here. Miles Johnson for Ohio State, who rips it, shanked by Cullen, excuse me, Mosier. 3-2 Ohio State.
Just a combo of his name.
Yeah. Is that a nickname, Mullen?
Well, I don't know. No clue.
Mojellan? Johnson to serve again.
The overpass.
Leeson knows what to do with that. Well, we talked about it. Johnson not playing up to his standards, hitting the ball, but boy, he's been serving extremely well this match.
Serving the heck out of it this match.
That one a little long, got very aggressive on that one. 4-3 side out GCU. And now Kennebrew.
Matthew Kennedy to serve.
Kennebrew getting himself set. Pete Hansen back on the bench for Ohio State, looking very professorial with the glasses, the reading glasses on. They go to Johnson. Block.
House block by Shalev Saada.
Saada with the block. King was up there too. I think Shalev got all of that one.
He got all of it, but King still gets the block assist.
4-4.
A great block.
Blau gonna go right up the gut to Scherzen. Boy, Engelman was looking for a ricochet to come back to him. He was all the way over here by us at the scores table, just ready for one. You got to be ready, man. You can take some weird bounces off of the.
I've had to jump over scores tables and benches before.
Herbois.
It's fun.
Quick put away. King unable to get it done. 6-4.
Looked like the set was a little low, so King had to adjust his swings. Probably why it went out.
Worley coming up to have a chat with Milstein and King. Herbois another serve. Good pass. Right up the gut. Mosier.
Great set.
Did you like that one flying from behind the line?
It's a blast. Yeah, that one's so much fun.
Just feel like you're in the air for Michael Jordan there?
Yeah, it feels like you're just hanging up there for a little while. And just a great play to run. It's a smart play. It's also a lot of fun.
6-5, little float serve. Oh.
Great dump.
Not a great pass, but Blau just put it away.
Yeah.
7-5 Ohio State. Leeson. Kennebrew rears back and fires. 7-6. So now King. King got the Lopes on a bit of a run in set 2 and set 3. See if he can do it here in the fourth set. Ohio State up 2-1. Scherzen right at King. Boy, Scherzen having a match. 18 kills. Looks like the Lopes have done a nice job trying to take away Johnson on the attack. There's too many guys to take away. Saada.
Great
save.
They
keep it alive. See if who does he go to this time?
Backside.
Kennebrew puts it away. 8-7. GCU creeping back. The General now to serve. Who does he go after here? Floats one to Herbois. They go back to Herbois. Nobody there, wide open shot and just crushed it.
GCU's wondering why Ohio State wasn't over the 10-foot line on that last swing. It did look like he kind of took off before the line, but refs aren't calling it at all.
Officials missed it. If so, 9-7. Gonna have to scramble.
Great pass.
Boy, that was good.
Nice swing.
Wow. Saada, give him credit for that play.
Yeah, that's not easy to do.
Kind of back over your shoulder, and he looks at the bench, and they're cheering for me. Kind of raised the eyebrows like, I'm not sure I could do that one again. Mosier puts it away, and he'll serve here. 9-8. Lopes down by 1. Cullen. Blau. Block by GCU. And once again, the blocks getting them going.
Yep.
Tied at 9. Mosier to serve again here. A little kind of taking something off of it. Floating it has been pretty good for the Lopes. Power right there.
Great serve, only gives Ohio State one option.
Kennebrew.
Set.
Oh.
Great set, great swing.
Kennebrew puts it away. 10-9, Lopes with the lead.
Looks like Kennebrew's been having a lot of success hitting to the outside of the hands, drawing the kill off the block. Good serve by Cullen.
And he put it away. Oh,
great
good save.
Play.
What a set! With a crunch! Engelman with the set from deep. Oh my! He's in a couple great sets from deep. One by Saad and Engelman kind of over his shoulder. 11-9 Lopes.
Ohio State will take the timeout.
Worley asking for an explanation. Did they give a warning to the bench there, being out there or something?
They just told, it didn't look like it. She just told our bench that they need to scoot back because our guys are super jacked right now. So crowd the floor a little bit, but.
Matt asking for an explanation. I gotta say, Matt Worley's shoe game is tight here. He's got the double buckles on the brown kicks.
He knows what he's doing.
No tie this time.
Just recently engaged.
Is that right?
Yeah.
So do we give his fiance credit for the shoe game or Matt credit?
I don't know. Matt,
Krista's shaking her head.
Ever since I know Matt, he's been a good dresser. So.
Our director's saying that the fiance might get the credit there. Soon to be Mrs. Worley, but yeah, Matt with the nice suit and the no tie. Asking for an explanation. He's very stoic over there, you know.
Like a statue.
Keeping the team. I mean, the guys are getting excited. Some of the assistant coaches getting excited, but he and Hansen both very stoic. Hansen sits, really keeps everybody calm.
Yeah.
You know, so you see your coach going crazy sometimes. Sometimes it gets you fired up, but sometimes it can get you kind of riled too.
Yeah, if your coach is super emotional, or well, I guess not emotional, but if he's super up and down when it comes to the way he likes to show his enthusiasm, then the team will also show their enthusiasm that way as well. They'll be up and they'll be down, they'll be up, they'll be down. But head coach can kind of keep his tempo. It kind of helps the underlying attitude of the team a little bit.
Lopes up by 2. Mosier the serve.
Almost.
Just missed. Tried to paint that line. 11-10. Well, the official Earl Capps over here went over and got an explanation from Gigi Brené and then related to Matt Worley. And I don't think Matt was buying it, but he accepted it. Kind of looked over and shook his head, and she just kind of said, calm down, it's okay. Kennebrew.
Great swing by
Crush. Have you had matches like that? We saw Kennebrew looked a little lost in the first, maybe trying too hard. Really settled down midway through that second, playing great once again.
Yeah, sometimes, especially when you start. Test you a little bit and you're not making the best decisions, but once you get relaxed and good to go.
Well, they got the hands on it, but just powered that through the blockers, did Shearson. He's approaching 20 kills here, not even through the fourth set.
Stud.
It's just like you just keep feeding him, right? Until somebody stops him.
He's hungry, he wants to eat, feed him.
And don't look now, but Johnson serving. He's been very good. Lopeso with a crack at it.
Great.
Oh! Saada went right at number 13.
Must have just put his elbow up and tried to make sure he didn't get tagged right in the chin.
13-11 GCU. Kennebrew. Long.
Almost.
Well, Kennebrew's played very well. He struggled a bit at service here in this one. Really, it's been King and Milstein serving the ball well. Mosier served fairly well, too. Now Irvois, 13-12, Lopes up by 1. And Irvois in the net. Now some of those service there are starting to tick up a bit for Ohio State. They had over 30 in the match in the arena on Friday.
Yeah.
16 now. Which 16 probably not too bad through almost through 4.
Yeah. I mean, no service errors is the goal, but
right. That's the best. Lopes keep it alive. Mosier.
Great swing.
Whoa!
Great swing. That was a great pass set. Who was that, Shalev?
Yeah, what is that? 3 crazy pass sets for kills now? Well,
it's not easy to do, especially behind you to somebody who needs to hit the ball. It's a tough play.
15-12, Lopes by 3, floats it out there. They're going to go to Johnson. You can't keep him quiet for long, 15-13.
Blake Leeson to serve.
So GCU up 16-13. Lopes with a chance here. Kennebrew!
Great swing by Kennebrew.
16-13.
15 kills. Sada with 12.
Yeah, Kennebrew and Sada in double digits, and they really haven't gone back to King and Silbernagel. We'll see if the General starts doing that. 16-13, Lopes by 3, and now King getting ready to serve here. Put away by Gasus. 16-14. Christy Blau now to serve for Ohio State. Ohio State up 2-1. Lopes up 2 points in this one. Make it 3. 17-14. Blau into the net again. And now the Lopes getting some breaks with those service errors and taking advantage of them.
Got to be honest, after the last set, I thought Ohio State was going to come into this with the momentum from the last set, especially being fired up with their coach getting kicked out. Almost picked that up.
Boy, Engelman with the try. Yeah, it sure did feel that way. The way Ohio State just took it to the Lopes down the stretch in set 3, you thought, oh boy, this one might be a quick one, but Lopes have not only battled back, they lead by 2.
Yeah. It's nice to be wrong every once in a while.
For the second time this year? Nice serve, but Engelman. Killebrew! Killebrew with 17 kills now.
Feed him.
Boy, having a match, kid.
Yeah, feed him.
18-15. Lopes by 3. They've been clinging to that 2-3-point lead.
Looked like a couple sets ago when Kennebrew was struggling. I was looking at Matt, and he kind of looked like he was maybe thinking of subbing Kennebrew out, but like I said, left him in there. Got to give him confidence, and he's 17 right now. Pretty good numbers.
Mosier in the net. 18-16. Well, he's got a couple guys over there who've seen action. Cody Williams played pretty well yesterday. Could sub in for him. I know a couple of other guys, but yeah, he's sticking with the guys that have brought him this far.
Yep.
So now a substitution coming in to serve. Sunil Thomas, sophomore out of Tinley Park, Illinois. Milstein. Saada. Wow.
That's a risky swing. The set's kind of behind you a little bit. You got 2, almost 3 blockers up, and he wailed on it. And he found a gap in the arms. It looked like he hit the lower elbow. He's a middle blocker right now. Number 11. Looked like it hit.
Leeson?
Yeah, it looked like it hit inside of his arm and pulled off a kill. Very risky, but
high risk, high reward. And Silbernagel has really been struggling servicing. They were talking about maybe taking him out next time. Worley turned around and said something to Troy Dooling about that. 19-17. Johnson's been very good. Milstein back to the big dog. Kennebrew though, tough set, and Milstein saying that was on me.
Looks like Worley was a little mad that Shalev didn't make that a perfect pass because the ball got slowed down by the net so much. Usually you can get that right to the center, no problem, but kind of had to make Michael work for it.
19-18 GCU, Ohio State coming back. Johnson on the line. Oh, and Worley saying that was out. I didn't see it, did you? It was right in front of us.
I'm sitting pretty close, and it looked very out to me, but
call on the line, not overruled. That one goes against GCU on the ace. 19-19 Johnson to give Ohio State the lead. Milstein keeps it alive. Oh, and the Lopes get the point. What a play by Milstein.
Looked like he was trying to go to King on that one. It just went a little too high over King, so Shalev just had to set it over. And kind of got lucky. Like Ohio State fouled it a little bit. Point goes to the Lopes.
It's one of those plays on the playground when everything goes wrong and you just kind of let your instincts take over.
Yeah, just get the ball over.
Kennebrew to serve, 2019 GCU. Oh, 2020.
That's rough on the momentum.
Well, that call on the line could come back and prove costly. Revoir.
Ace.
Mosier can't handle it. Now the Lopes.
Ohio State's been
down.
wailing on their serves quite a bit when they have been jump serving. It's a really smart move by Revoir to throw up the ball to look like a jump serve, but took a lot of heat off of it, so kind of calling on his heels.
Revoir, a little long, 21-21. Well, this is what we've seen Ohio State do in the third sets the last couple of matches. They just reel you in, and when you get in those 20s, they just are tough to break. Sada. Lau's going to go to the big guy. Scherzen, the block by King. Was that all King?
It looked like it was all King, yeah.
And King now coming over to the bench. A timeout, Ohio State. Well, Matt Worley not taking a lot of timeouts when the momentum shifting, letting his guys play. Ohio State wants a timeout here.
Trying to ice the server a little bit.
22-21. Huge point right here to try to get that 2-point advantage. And GCU, as we mentioned, we've said it a ton. You probably get tired of hearing it. Ohio State hasn't lost 2 sets all year. GCU trying to be the first team to give them a two-set loss here, and then anybody's ball game when they go to the 5th set.
Yep.
Scherzen leads everybody with 19 kills, but Kennebrew right on his heel, 19, and Sada with 14.
Yeah, they're doing pretty well. Kennebrew is just having a game. Sada's got good numbers, over 300.
Yeah, the Ohio State squad has a lot of guys moving around. Revoir with 11, Johnson with 10, Gasouche with 7. For the Lopes, it's really Kennebrew and Saad, and then a big drop down to 5 for King, Mosier, and Silbernagle. So Milstein continuing to feed Kennebrew, and then big blocks in the second set, and then in this set by King. Saad has been working that float serve there.
Float serve is a really effective one. Jump serves, if they're served right at you, you can kind of just sit on it and let the ball hit your platform, but float serves, you got to work a little bit.
Blau goes right to the quick set. Leeson puts it away, 22-22. And it seems like whenever Ohio State needs one toward the end of a match, they go to the big guy in the middle. Devil Bliss to serve. Going to come in and serve. 22-22. Of course, every point big here. This one no different. Devil Bliss waiting for the whistle. He gets it. Oh, no! Hits the top of the net and just rolls right over. 23-22. And
that's one of the most frustrating things ever, being on the serve receive side, is when a serve hits the top of the net and just barely trickles over. There's nothing you can do about it except just watch it hit the floor.
You got to get a few lucky breaks in a match. That one goes Ohio State's way. And now, Matt Worley's going to call a timeout. He wants to try to ice the server a bit here. Devil Bliss was put in to do just that, to serve. Got the point there. So the Lopes trail at 23-22. Ohio State took the first set 25-18. GCU took set number 2 25-22. And right now 23-22 in set number 4 after Ohio State got the 25-22 win in set 3. Crowd not quite as rowdy as on Friday night, but still in this one. Good number out here.
Volleyball they usually draw a pretty good crowd.
Well, GCU after this one doesn't get a lot easier as they head to Ball State for a couple of matches. Then McKendree, then back home on the 17th and 18th against Fort Wayne. Ohio State at home at St. John Arena, and that's a huge arena, against St. Francis, UC San Diego, and UC Irvine. So Devil Bliss to serve. Ohio State up 23-22. Huge point here. Serves it out. The timeout worked. Iced the kicker. 23-23. And now GCU. I think Burton's going to come in for the Lopes to serve here. Silbernagle back in as well. Big serve for Burton at 23-23. Nice deep serve. The block! Silbernagle, Mosier, Milstein, all of them up there.
Still got one more point to go.
Lopes trying to give Ohio State their second set loss for the first time all year. Burton. Oh, and miss hit that one. A big grimace on Burton's face, and the momentum shifts a bit here, 24-24. Still aggressive on that serve. Burton comes out. See if the Blau to serve. Milstein, good pass. Mosier with the kill. I didn't see who it was. Nice pass, though.
Yeah. Who was that? I think it was Shalet.
Was it Saada?
Yeah. I thought he pushed Michael a little bit tight. Milstein a little bit tight, but Milstein.
So a good set.
Yeah. Set was a little
Milstein
off the net,
to serve for the set. Blau gets the kill. The quick set once again to Gassus.
It's a smart play. Like, why wouldn't you go to him?
Yeah. Gassus and Leeson just devastating hitters in the middle of the floor. And now Scherzen, 25-25 in set number 4. In the net! And Scherzen pops the ball and takes out a few in the front row there. So another crack at it for GCU, serving for the set to even up this match at 2-2. Cullen Mosier served well. In! The ace! Lopes win the set. The first time all year Ohio State has lost 2 sets. 27-25.
Wow.
Another close call on the line.
Great sportsmanship show between the captains right now. They both shook each other's hands. Both great job. It was a great set. I think they both understand that this is going to be a tough one.
Well, the Lopes weren't happy with the call in the corner here that really turned the tide.
Yeah.
Ohio State now real happy with the call down here. But Cullen Mosier.
Hard they had to play 4.
Yeah, they were actually heading off the floor thinking it was over. So in this fifth set, they'll go to 15, and they'll switch at 8. So the two captains, the setters, the general Michael Milstein and Christy Blau, chat, and it looks like Ohio State will be on the north side. The Lopes will be on the south side for the first 8. How big would this be for the Lopes to pull off the upset and stop this streak at 39 games?
Well, I think that question has its answer within the question. It may be huge. Take down the number 1 team, defending national champions. It'd be their first loss of the season. Not only is it their first time going to 5, but it would be their first loss, and that'd be huge for our program.
Ohio State, the number 1 team in the country. They've won 39 in a row. They're the defending national champions, and they're 47-3 in their last 50 matches. The numbers are crazy. So far, Scherzen has been having a phenomenal match. 19 kills, Irvois with 11, Johnson with 10, Jesus 8, Leeson 4. For GCU, Kinnebrew with 17, Sahada with 14, Mosier with 6, King and Silbernagel with 5. It's been a team effort for GCU. Before the match, Matt Worley said, we just told him the only way we can beat these guys is just to keep the pedal to the metal and be aggressive. They've done that, and they've got it to that 5th set. Ohio State, I joke that they don't know how to play a 5th set because they haven't had to all year.
Right.
But, you know, this is a team that you don't win national championships and win 39 in a row by kind of folding under pressure.
Right.
So Ohio State's going to bring it.
Right.
Might be a little more nerves on their side, just in the sense that they really wanted to get that 40 and go for the record of 47. But both teams are obviously feel it in their grasp, going to bring it here.
Definitely.
And this is where you see maybe a player who, I hate to say a subpar performance because it's not, but Miles Johnson might be thinking, hey, it's my chance to kind of come alive here in this 5th set.
Yeah, as a leader on a team, you kind of say, all right, I need to prove this. And it would not surprise me in the least bit if he just turned it on.
And Johnson, the senior, wanted to get that record here in his senior year. So we're about ready to go here in the 5th and deciding set. Yes, that's right. If you're just tuning in from Columbus, first time all year, you're going to witness a 5th set with your squad. Milstein will start things off for GCU. The serve, the attack, Mosier the block. They keep it alive though. Lopes with a great chance. Kinnebrew puts it away.
Now the last 4 sets go to 25. This one obviously goes to 15. The last 4 kind of feel like, all right, we have kind of a marathon to go through. This last set is a sprint. It's all right, who gets to 8 first, then who gets to 15.
The block, Mosier. They go back to Scherzen. Hits it out. And now Ohio State once again thinking that was in, but a quick call on the line there. Ryan Fikert with the call. He's kind of upset everybody so far today, so he's probably calling a pretty good match. 2-0. The float.
Great short serve, going to the middle. Off his foot.
Off his foot to keep it alive. Oh, and Saada Just a bit of a miss, and he grimaces because he had a chance to put his team up 3-0.
Milstein's got a huge smile on his face because he knows that was purely by accident, but that's
happened to me. Coach that up, the foot save?
That's happened to me once, and
is that right?
It's shocking. Did that ball just get up? What the heck just happened? So I understand how Michael feels.
Scherzen hits it out. 3-1. Big point right here. Mosier to serve. Had an ace to win the 4th set. Mosier painted the back line to win set number 4 for GCU. Doesn't paint it this time, a little too strong, 3-2.
Threw it a little far ahead of him again. So he had to reach for it, so that kind of pushes the angle further out.
That serve out deep once again. So mistakes for Ohio State Antelopes on alternating serves, the last 3 serves. Now, Silbernagel, are you a bit surprised they're not pulling him out here? He has struggled the last 2 or 3 serves into the net.
Yeah.
See what he does here.
Sub somebody in, but
took something off of that one to get it in. Johnson, the senior, smacks it down. Now, he goes back to serve, and Johnson has been very strong serving this entire match.
He has been.
4-3, Lopes by 1. Saad keeping it alive.
Saad got caught. Great set. It's all right. Looks like Saad tried to swipe the ball off the hands, off the block a little bit, but they just clamped pretty hard on it. He couldn't do anything with it.
Would you have liked to see a different attack there?
I think he tried to do something smart, but Ohio State's great blockers.
Just didn't work out. 4-4. We are in the 5th set. Miles Johnson.
Great pass by Cohen.
This time he crashes it. A touch. 5-4 GCU. And Pete Hansen has been sitting the entire time. Been up the first part of this 5th set. Now he sits back down again. Kennebrew miss hit. 5-5. Well, both teams have given away points with some service errors in this 5th.
It's tough to do that.
Au revoir. Overpass.
Milstein tried to contest the overpass a little bit. Almost had it.
Leeson puts it away. 6-5. Ohio State. Au revoir once again. He's got 1 service ace in this match. Another overpass. They keep it alive, but they can't keep it alive further. Lopes were hoping for a call there with the two-handed flush there by Scherzen. Almost looked like he might have grabbed it a bit there.
A little bit.
7-5.
Out.
Au revoir hits it out. 7-6.
Lopes are really going to want to rally to get to 8 first so they can have a little bit of the advantage going into the second half of this 5th set. Great serve.
Saada. Go back to Johnson. He hits it out. 7-7. You just kind of wonder when they start going back to the big guy in the middle there, Leeson.
Yep.
7-7.
Another great serve.
Back to Johnson.
Good.
What do you get him with? Back row hitter.
She said it was a lift.
A lift? You sound surprised. Tough call?
I think that's a very tough call.
And Johnson asking.
Looked like a normal tip to me, but if anything, I thought she was going to call a back row attack. His foot maybe stepped over the 10-foot line, but I did not think
as they switch sides, 8-7, but Yeah, Johnson on the approach. I mean, he kind of mistimed it, so he had to just kind of flip it over.
Yeah.
But, yeah, it sure didn't look like anything out of the ordinary to me. And
No.
the referee calls it from the other side.
Ohio State will really show their maturity as a team. They can bounce back from a call like that.
Scherzen, can Engelman keep it alive? He can't. 8-8.
Plays like that happen, you got to forget them. Just got to keep moving forward. There's nothing you can do about it. Nothing you can do to change the ref's mind. And it looks like they made the decision and just bounced back and got that next point.
Leeson to serve. Into the net. Boy, these serves.
Yeah.
Both teams giving away multiple points in this set.
Yeah, almost foot faulted. He's got some big shoes though.
9-8 GCU. King, he served well so far. Flicks it over.
Wow. Stayed out of the system a little. Great block.
Block! Silvernagel, Milstein, Mosier. 10-8. Timeout, Ohio State.
Man.
Almost home, but still a long way to go. Boy, 3 guys up contesting that one.
It's hard to get past a triple block.
Looked like Silvernagel got the most of it, but 3 guys up on that one. And Lopes, if you're in their huddle, they're starting to feel it now.
Yeah, if you're in their huddle, you have to stay high energy, but you also have to keep your composure. You can't get too crazy, too jacked up. That can happen a lot of times. You get too jacked up, and then if Ohio State comes back out here and gets a couple points, and you lose your momentum, you lose your mental strength a little bit. So hopefully the Lopes will stay at a high level, but also understand, okay, we've got to stay level-headed at a high level. If that makes any sense.
And if you're in Ohio State's huddle, I mean, are they thinking about, oh man, if we lose this, our streak ends, or are they just thinking about winning a match?
If I'm them, I'm thinking this streak will end. And I don't
so that's in your mind.
That's in my mind. I don't want to be that team who loses that streak. You know what I mean? That's definitely something that'd be. I would be shocked if not a single one of them was thinking that.
Well, it's the longest winning streak in Ohio State athletics history for teams competing in head-to-head competition. They're one shy of joining 5 other teams to win 40 matches in a row in NCAA Division I/II men's volleyball history. So, yeah, they're probably thinking about it a bit.
A little at least.
King to serve, 10-8 GCU. Hervois. Johnson. Oh. Saada couldn't come up with a dig.
Looked like it was right there, but I think the ball hit in the net kind of threw Saada off a little bit.
What a play by Johnson. He hasn't been hitting the ball great the whole game. Blau goes right to him, and he just crushes one.
Yep.
10-9, Blau to serve. Saada.
Good pass.
Mosier. Oh, and the block by Johnson. Well, he's the senior. We call him twice in a row.
2 big plays.
Ohio State, after the timeout, comes rushing back 10-10. And now Pete Hansen getting out chatting with his team, the most we've seen him the entire match. I think that 40-match streak means something to the coach, too.
I would think so.
Hansen, an illustrious career in his 33rd season. 676 victories to 333 losses and a couple of national championships. Wow.
I'd say he's a good coach.
Pretty good. Blau. Mosier again.
Smart.
That one goes. 11-10 GCU. Well, this is a great match, folks, because both teams just throwing haymakers and they're landing, and the other team's going down for a couple points and they're coming right back firing.
Yep.
Oh, no. Into the net by Milstein. He'd been serving so well. 11-11.
Can't afford to make those types of mistakes with this kind of game at this point in the game. We've been missing serves. Everybody's missing serves the whole match, but when you get down to this, you got to stay disciplined.
Boy, Scherzen.
Those in.
Great pass.
What a
great dig by Scherzen. Oh, he puts it over right in no man's land.
What a smart swing.
Wow.
Well shot over the block.
12-11 Ohio State.
Caught GCU on their heels a little bit.
Now the Buckeyes feeling it.
Timeout GCU.
Scherzen, a junior, wants to keep these seniors with a chance to make history. Chance to go for 47. Lopes will call a timeout. Last time Matt Worley called a timeout, it did work on Reese Devilbus. He came out and served one long. We'll see if it works on Scherzen, but Scherzen has been having a phenomenal match. 22 kills, serving very well, 7 digs, a couple blocks. He's really, I won't say been carrying Ohio State. They've been playing very well, but he's been the player of the match for Ohio State.
Yes, definitely. Just making smart decisions, swinging really well. He's just been having a great match, carrying his team a little bit, I'd say. But who else is over there?
Well, Johnson now has got up there with 12 kills. People in Columbus are probably going, why do you keep saying he's not having a great match? But he played so phenomenally on Friday.
Right.
He's not playing to that level again, but he's serving great. 3 aces, and he's got 12 kills. And he had back-to-back a kill and a block that really put his team right back in this fifth set.
It's all about can you be a spark plug for your team, and that doesn't necessarily mean getting 20, 30 kills a game or a match. It just means how can you help your team get W's? That's the difference between a good player and a selfish player.
Ohio State up 12-11. We're in the fifth set. Oh, he ripped that one. Engelman stays with it as it hits off the top of the gym.
Safe decision.
Urzois
using the block.
Off the block, 13-11. And now the Buckeyes with a little bit of space here. Huge point. Ohio State trying to get to match point. The Lopes trying to draw closer. Another timeout. Worley's going to take it. Trying to ice him once again. It's amazing. Everybody up, screaming, yelling. The minute they call the timeout, it just goes dead.
Yeah.
Mainly because everybody's probably just tired. Got to regroup. Michael Potter here with Taylor Griffin. And Taylor, the first set went to Ohio State, 25-18. The second went to the Lopes, 25-22. But when Ohio State came back midway through that third set and won it, 25-22, we both thought it might be a quick fourth set.
Yeah.
We were kind of thinking, and everybody I think was thinking, this is going to go down 3-1 again. Everybody's gone in on 3-0 or 3-1.
Yeah.
But the Lopes just really battled back.
Definitely rallied.
Won that fourth set 27-25. And now it's a dogfight, anybody's match here.
Definitely. Yeah, it's a little, it kind of throws it off when you're 1-1, and then whoever wins that third set can kind of take that momentum into the fourth to help them win the fourth. But we saw GCU battle really well and come back to win the fourth, and now we're in a fifth set. We're in a sprint right now, so we'll see who comes out on top. It should be a good rest of the set.
GCU trying to give Ohio State their first loss of the year and only their fourth loss in 51 matches. Ohio State trying to be the sixth team in the history of NCAA D1-2 men's volleyball to win 40 consecutive matches. Scherzen the serve, up 13-11. Oh, he just ripped the ace. Oh, my goodness. Scherzen gets his first service ace, and he'll serve for the match. Lopes with a mountain to climb here, down 14-11. Nicholas Scherzen showing why he's one of the top volleyball players in the country. 14-11. Not a great toss, so he took something off of a Lopes scramble. Kennebrew, the block, and Ohio State comes back and gets the match. Well, Ohio State had to work like crazy for that one, and they get it 15-11.
Lopes gave him a great fight.
The Lopes, the first team all season to force a decisive fifth. First team to win 2 from Ohio State. Just come up a tad bit short here. And really, it was the Nicholas Scherzen show serving out the final 4 points of this one.
That's just, to do that, to close out a match serving, it's really impressive. Really shows quality of the player and how mature he is as a player, and to kind of take that team and say, all right, let's do this. I'm putting you guys on my back.
Ohio State goes to 17-0, 8-0 in the conference. They're now 48-3 in their last 51, and they become just the 6th team to complete a 40-match winning streak in NCAA Division I II men's volleyball history. They are the 3rd school to accomplish that feat, and now they tie with Loyola for the most consecutive matches won in MIVA history. Now in their sights, a 41st to take that from Loyola, and then UCLA, the all-time record, 47 straight. That's next in their sights. Ohio State will try to get the 41st when they head back home against St. Francis. And boy, back home at St. John's Arena, you'd have to give them the edge in that one.
Yeah, that's a fun arena to play in, don't get me wrong. But you always have the advantage when you're at home, which is nice.
GCU drops to 9-7, 5-3 in the Midwestern Intercollegiate Volleyball Association. And GCU heads on the road. It doesn't get any easier. Ball State on the 1st and 2nd. Taylor, it was a lot of fun these last two. We'll be back together later on when the Lopes come back home. But overall, your thoughts? A fun match to call, a great match. Both teams played exceptionally well, a great match.
Definitely. Ohio State showed why they're number 1 in the nation. However, the Lopes showed why they deserve to be at this level as well. They played great. They made smart decisions. They adjusted to difficult situations, and they just really showed that they're becoming a great program. And I know Ohio State understands that and they respect that. So it's great to see these teams come out here and battle it out.
Thanks so much to everybody for tuning in and viewing with us, all the folks back in Ohio, in Phoenix, and all over the world for joining us here on this one. That'll do it for us. Ohio State gets the victory 3-2, and they win their 40th consecutive, only the 3rd team and the 6th time it's been done in NCAA men's volleyball history. For Taylor Griffin, I'm Michael Potter. Thanks for joining us. Follow us on YouTube and Twitter and Instagram. Go to our GCU TV homepage on YouTube and follow us. And you can also see on GCULopes.com when the next GCU TV broadcast will be. Thanks for joining us. It was fun. Have a great rest of your weekend, and we'll see you next time here on GCU TV.